Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, we are already live. If you don't know that, if the system didn't tell you. So I was just actually looking at our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going. All right. So good morning, everybody. We are live, and I need to start recording. And what I wanted to talk about today is the topic that I feel like I've been talking about all week long. And let me hit is performance anxiety and cognitive distortions. And so anxiety is anxiety all day and night, but when it shows up in your sex life, you may not realize the cognitive distortions as easily as you recognize them in other areas. Okay. So that's what I'm excited about. Not excited about talking about today, but I feel like that's what I've been talking about all week long. And so I wanted to talk to people about that today. So sexual performance anxiety and the cognitive distortions to go with that. And so from a CBT perspective, and for everybody out there, CBT stands for cognitive behavioral therapy. And that means that we work on how you're thinking, because from a CB perspective, we believe how you're thinking impacts your behaviors. And so if you think about something differently, then you'll behave regarding it differently. So if you walk into the room, simply said, if you walk into the room with the belief, nobody likes me, then you're going to go into the room with behaviors that nobody likes you. Then you actually have this negative self-fulfilling prophecy because you're looking at everybody crazy. And so now they're looking at you crazy. And so now you're in this just terrible negative feedback loop because of your cognitive distortion, your negative cognitive distortion. So what we want to work with our clients on is developing positive cognitive distortions and looking at that when it comes to sex. So if you have a positive thought, positive cognition, then you walk into the room thinking, everybody likes me here. I'm going to find a great friend tonight. Then you walk in the room, you're smiling at everybody because you believe that they like you and you're looking for that great friend to do the night with. And so that goes out and people respond to you positively. And so now you have a positive feedback loop. Now, let's apply that to sex. Okay. All right, Jessica, I want to give you the floor while I pull up these the 10 positive distortions on the CBT model. So,
Mm-hmm.
what are some off the top of your head? What do you hear some clients saying that you like, yeah, that's not going to serve you. That thought is not going to serve you at all. What do you hear?
They can get themselves in the bedroom, but their mind's not there, but their body's there. And they're
Mm,
looking at themselves in a way
yeah.
while they're trying to look at their partner and trying to enjoy the moment. And they can't enjoy the moment because they're thinking, what's my face looking like? What's my body looking like? Or they catch a
Mhm.
glimpse of themselves in the mirror. Oh, I look fat, looking like that. I like a cow. And my partner just looks like this great statue. And what are they doing with me? Are they faking it? Like all these different things are in their head
Yeah.
about their physical appearance and all that good stuff. And then sometimes it could be medical things. They know they're not able to do certain things in the bedroom that they used to do at an earlier
Yes.
age, and they're trying to compare that experience to their current experience.
Yeah.
And if it's not that, then it's not going to be a great experience for them.
That's true. That's true. All right. So yes. Okay. So I pulled it up. So I want us to go through them one by one. So there's 10. So let me read them to you, and then we're going to go down and give examples of how this could be showing up for our clients, or how I mean, I know it shows up for our clients. All right. So the first one, black and white thinking. The second one, catastrophizing. Third is personalization. Fourth is emotional reasoning. Fifth is overgeneralization. Sixth is mind reading. Oh, I know she's not liking me. I know he's not liking me. Should statements would be seventh, filtering eight, fortune telling 9, and then labeling 10. All right, so let's go through them. Black and white thinking is that all or nothing. Either I'm perfect or I'm not. And I was joking with one of my clients this week of nobody's ever asked for like a perfect sexual partner. Like usually you want a connected sexual partner, a partner who's into you, a partner who wants to have sex with you. But I haven't heard many people say, I want my sexual partner to be perfect and perform perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a relationship, you know. All right. So one example of black and white thinking, and Jessica, I want you to tell me if you've heard this or if you've heard something similar or something different. That if I can't perform flawlessly, meaning for women that might mean giving the perfect blowjob. For men that might mean keeping my penis erect the whole entire time. Um, I won't be able to satisfy my partner. If I can't, let's see, what's another one? If I can't,
Stay lubricated.
yeah, if I can't stay lubricated, I won't be able to
Mm-hmm.
satisfy my partner. And so it's this very much all or nothing. And it doesn't even leave space for conversation of negotiation because you simply go to the black and white thinking and then that's it. Well, I
Yeah.
can't do this, so I can't do that. I'm not a good kisser, so I'm not even gonna try. Like it's just all or nothing, black or white thinking. Okay. All right. When have you seen clients struggle with that? I'm trying to think of more females that struggle with that.
I have a
Um,
lot of females who struggle with that, and that's how the more they avoid one thing, they avoid sex altogether, and then they're in our office and saying they haven't had sex in years, or they haven't had sex in months.
that's right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's right. You're so right. Like you're so right. And so, because then, oftentimes our conversation is, but y'all haven't kissed, y'all haven't hugged, y'all haven't anything. Well,
If they
no,
do,
because
it's not
I know,
authentic.
because I can, and because I can't, I don't even want them to think that maybe possibly that I
Hmm.
could want or think. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll ever talk about maybe negotiating. Okay, for whatever reason, intercourse is off the table for me right now, but there's this whole sexual menu we have. Like, let's just hang out in the gray. How would you feel about that? Because I think there's this idea especially I think for females, if I'm not able to provide intercourse for whatever reason, endometriosis, vaginismus, whatever reason, then I know some people who have even been like, I don't even need to date. We can't even,
mm,
we can't even get to know somebody. And so making sure people know that there's a gray area, there's things in the middle, and all of that. And so yeah, I'm gonna stop talking so I can move on with the next one. All right. So the next one that was on the list was catastrophizing. So any
mm.
hiccup in bed means the relationship is doomed. All right. So this is the person who just maybe something minor happens. Let's say their body makes a noise that embarrasses them. And so they shut down completely. The whole thing
Mm.
over. Like if like now. Or because um let's see, what else would be catastrophizing? Maybe their partner has said something that they internalized as negative. And so they're like, okay, I need to never have sex with them again. Why? I didn't like the way you touched me like this. Okay, I'll never have sex with you again. like,
Mhm.
like there's this catastrophizing, or even when it's like a small thing because I didn't do this as long as they wanted me to, or I didn't do this, they'll never want to have sex with me again, or they complained that I took too long. And so they'll never want to have sex with me again. So you take like one detail and it just means like we just completely catastrophize it.
Yeah,
And people will go, not only they'll never want to have sex with me again, they'll say something like, I'm sure they're gonna break up with me because of that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They it's a chance that they could break up with you. Like with therapists, we don't lie to you. There is a chance. I'm gonna need you to check in with your partner and see what that chance is. Because with some partners, there's going to be a very little chance that something that happened between us sexually is going to make me discount the other 99% of our relationship and leave you for it, you know? And so making sure that clients are doing that kind of reality testing, well, what actually did my partner say? Does my partner
Mhm.
seem upset with me? Did they say they wanted to leave me? Did they say want to stop having sex with me? Oh no, they would just make a request that I touch them here as opposed to there. So that's okay. What's coming up with you as I say that one?
Again, I think an example that you said before, sometimes you can be in the moment and having really good sex, and then sometimes from a male perspective, they might go soft and they like, I don't understand because I find them attractive. What's going on? And the woman might think, what's wrong with me? They might not be attracted to me. And sometimes they can't get themselves back up. And that's like the big things to where, okay,
Yeah.
I can't even turn you on. There's something going on with
Mhm.
me, with us. Is it someone else? And people automatically go to, they must be cheating on me or they're going to leave me.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Oh, they do. They do. Okay. The next one, I want to dive into that one, but we won't get through all of them if I do. Okay. The next one I want to talk about today is personalization. And that's when let's say your partner does something in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, and you think because you think that they're dissatisfied with you and that it's a direct result of your sexual performance. And so let's say your partner, oh, this is a good one. Your partner yawns during sex because even though they agreed to have sex with you, they just got off a 16-hour work shift and they didn't sleep well the night before. So you personalize that yawn, not as, oh, baby, you're tired, but like, oh my God, I'm boring to them and they're falling asleep on me because I'm a terrible lover. Okay, but they could have just been tired. Like they could have just been, they could have, or randomly, they may have saw you yawn, you didn't realize you yawned. They may have saw some TV. So, like there are
Yeah.
all these things, that could be happening and going on. And so I always want people, can we get actual data and make
Yes.
sure that the data is accurate by listening to that person's report before you take it personally and jump to conclusions. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've been in the business world over the last couple of years. Salesforce was the driver behind this. They came out with this word called data-driven results. Data-driven results, meaning that they really wanted people to look at the like social media data, the internet data to really see what was going on before they made any decisions. Okay.
Mhm.
And so that's what I want our clients to do. Our clients make all kinds of decisions without ever talking to their partner or checking in with their partner. Oh,
Yeah.
they didn't say they liked that, so they must have not liked that. So I'll never try that again. Okay, that could be, or they liked it so much they really couldn't talk. Like, and so you just make sure you're checking in and getting the information. Hey, I noticed that this happened with us during sex. What did you think about that? What was your takeaway from that? Oh, okay. The story in my head was that you were really dissatisfied with me. Oh no, just no, that's not true at all. Just sometimes my sex face is not a pretty sex face.
Mhm.
So that's that one. Okay, so that's personalization. All right, what's coming up for you as I talk about that personalization?
Same thing that you said actually, because when I talk to clients and I
Mhm.
ask like what's going on and the facts of what's going on is different from what's going on in their head. So I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not fair because you're not giving the opportunity to your partner to
yeah,
explain where they're coming from and you're speaking for them.
yeah,
So who gave you that right to speak for them?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm going to say more, but I won't, because so we can make it through this. All right. The next one is emotional reasoning. So emotional reasoning is feeling anxious about sex that and jumping to the conclusion that because my feelings are like this, then something specific is going to happen. So I feel anxious, my partner's going to leave me. I feel whatever feelings you have, then you just jump to the conclusion of, and so my partner's going to take this action, which is usually leave me, not have sex with me, talk about me, whatever. And so I know I have to tell my clients all the time, okay, feelings aren't facts. Feelings are feelings and emotions. Like feelings aren't facts. And so everybody out there, I want you guys to know as well, feelings aren't facts. And so if you're a highly intuitive person, your feelings can lead you on a good path. So the next thing you identify is, okay, I got this feeling. Let me check in with my partner. Let me ask some questions of my partner and see what's their reality, what's going on with them, you know? Um, and, and I think so many of us sometimes can have feelings and we don't even know why we have that feeling, you know? And I know that. And so taking a deep breath and say, okay, my feelings aren't facts. Let me get some information. Let me get some data so I can really make a data-driven decision on what I can do about this feeling. Because I might not have to do anything about it at all, you know? And that can definitely happen sexually. And I'm trying to think about where it happens sexually at. Or maybe I gave an example already. But I've seen people do it just in everyday relationships, you know? I'm feeling like you're not happy with me. Okay, where'd you do that at? Well, you woke up with a frown this morning because I woke up with a headache this morning. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. All right. So you just left, you know? All right. So that's that one. You're like, well, how did you get that? So yeah. All right. The next one on the list, what I do on my list is overgeneralization. So one instance of difficulty means that you're too damaged to satisfy your partner. You're not good enough to satisfy your partner. You'll never be able to satisfy your partner. Yeah. All of that. You take one thing, you just run with it. Oh, you were unhappy with me this one time, you'll always be unhappy with me. So we're just going to take that fact and generalize it to every
Yeah.
situation. And what I want people to know even more than that is that sex ebbs and flows. And I always think about, and it should ebb and flow um, just like your relationship ebbs and flows. You know, there's some days when you just can't get enough of your partner. Like it feels like I could eat you. And then there's some days when you just like, can you please go away so I can miss you? Like I
Yeah.
just, yeah. And it just ebbs and flows. It's hot and lukewarm. Hopefully it never gets cold, but hot and lukewarm. And it's okay with that. But yet people expect every sexual experience to be hot and heavy every time. And so making sure our clients understand that if you're going to be with somebody, let's say you got with somebody when they were 30, when you're 30, and y'all decide to do a long-term committed relationship and y'all gonna be together when you're 100. So 70 years. There's no way y'all gonna be able to stay on the same sexual page for 70 years. It's not. There's gonna be an ebb and a flow. There's gonna be like, I think you love me more than I love you. Wait a minute, I think I'm loving you a lot more than you loving me. And these are all ebbs and flows of the relationship that we have to like navigate and be okay with. And so
Mhm.
sometimes we'll get in a groove where sex is just really hot and really good. And then we're gonna get in a groove sometimes where it's okay. And we can take it or leave it. And I tell you, for a lot of my couples, that's a direct correlation to how stressed they are in life, you know? Which is why you'll have a lot of couples come back and say that vacation sex was amazing. Yeah. Why can't we have vacation sex all the time? The same reason we can't vacation all the time. Right?
Exactly. Exactly. And I think it also comes with finding a variety of what you think intimacy is and sex is. And sometimes when I don't have this amount of time, I know we can do X, Y, and Z. But when
Uh-huh.
we have a lot of time and we're well rested, we might can have that vacation sex because we're already
Oh,
rejuvenated and
yeah.
what have you. So it's like you have to find, like you said, there's more than penetration when it comes to sex. I know you say that a lot to us. So it's all about exploring. But if you're just one track mind, this is what we're gonna do. Sometimes even that can
Mhm.
get boring. It's repetitive.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It so is. Oh, okay. All right. That was Taj, y'all, that I was checking myself on if y'all saw me look down. And she says, hello, she's catching a flight this morning. And so she is missing all y'all. All right. The next one is mind reading. Mind reading. And so we kind of hit on it a little bit already, but very specifically is just assuming you know what your partner's thinking. You don't even check in with them. You see a look or you see them turn to the right instead of the left, and you assume that you know what they're thinking. And so in a sexual scenario, that could be almost like the yawn again. They yawn
Yeah.
if they're bored with me. Okay, or you could ask them and see what's on their mind, and they can tell you, "I'm just tired, but I really wanted to see you, so I pushed through and I came." Um, or um, and I'm thinking of the bad cases of mind reading that are going on. So in some kind of extreme cases, because you didn't smile at me this morning, you must be cheating. You don't love me anymore. You love somebody more than me. Um, uh, or you could just listen to me. You know. What are some examples of mind reading you've heard? Like the really
I've
extreme
heard
ones are coming to my mind that I don't want to say out loud, but yeah.
sometimes it can be if your sexual partner does like a new move that you've never seen before. They
Yeah.
are okay, I've never seen you do that. And we haven't even been talking or had the time to do X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're messing up this moment that we finally got that we've been waiting on because
Yeah.
who is this person in front of me?
Yes. Yes. How dare you get new information and
How dare
knowledge?
you research and
Right.
apply to me? How dare you?
How dare you? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. All right. Another one is should statements. Lamar, he's a colleague on our staff. He has this wonderful thing where he tells people, "Don't should all over me," or when if a person says should, "Oh, you cussing at me," that's a cuss word to me. And
Mhm.
to really drive home that point is anytime you're like, I should do this, I should do this, I should be able to do this, I should be able to do that. You're really just beating yourself up. And if you're doing it to your partner, you're beating your partner up. You know, well, my partner should be able to get wet instantly. Or we can like read some anatomy books and really learn how the body functions. My partner should be able to get erect instantly when he sees my naked body. Or we can again read some anatomy books and learn how sexuality works. But anytime you get into those should statements, I need you guys to know y'all are in dangerous territory. You're in dangerous territory of comparison, expectations, and probably judgments. So please stay away from those shoulds. Please stay away from those shoulds for yourself and for your partner. And really, if you could just adopt of, okay, this is where we are. Does this work for us? That doesn't work for us? How do we need to tweak this? But not we should anything.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to add to that, Jessica?
Sometimes, well, I don't know if this ties into mind reading as well. I know a lot of times some ladies say they want to have sex in the bedroom and they might just turn over and like scoot next to them and say their partner is like tired, doesn't get the hint. They're mad the next morning, like, you
Yes.
didn't touch me. You didn't say anything. Well, I rubbed up against you. Okay, but sometimes you have to show some initiative. And a lot
Yeah.
of times we want the man to show the initiative, and you'll be psyching yourself out of a sexual experience because you want it so bad, but you didn't take that chance.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Almost good. We might need to do a whole new session on that because couples do not sit down and say, okay, what's our signals? Okay.
Mhm.
In sports, there's usually a whole book dedicated to how do we give each other signals? How do we know what the play is? How do we know who needs to be where? And yet, in couples, sometimes they just assume that their partner's supposed to know. You're supposed to know that because I went up to the bedroom at 8:30 as opposed to my normal 8:45, that meant I wanted to be sexual with you, you know? And it just doesn't happen. And so women, I'll say, have been, I want to say notorious. That feels really strong, but women have been notorious for not being clear and making a clear request for sex.
Mm-hmm.
And so we work on that. I feel like I work on that maybe. Oh, I'm saying a lot of my couples. I don't want to say all or majority, but we work on that a lot, making sure they're clear. Vice versa, there's some men who don't know how to ask for sex or request sex or initiate sex. And sometimes we work on that with them as well. And I might need to teach and do a whole little YouTube on like how to initiate with your partner. Because there's some very specific ways that I want you to do it. Okay, so that's that one. Was that, what did we just do? We just did should statements. Did we do
Mm-hmm.
filtering?
No.
We didn't do filtering. Did we do fortune telling?
Nope.
Okay. The last three is filtering, fortune telling, and labeling. And we have 4 minutes left. So filtering, this is so important because a lot of us do this in life in general. You can get 5 compliments and one person just either says something neutral or says something negative, and you discount the 5. So you only are
Mm-hmm.
filtering through the negative stuff. And so your partner says something to the effect of, I wish our kissing was a little bit better, a little bit longer. And you hear that, okay, she's not happy with our sexual experience at all. Like she's really unhappy with how we kiss. Or he's really unhappy with how we kiss. He's really, and even though your partner, he or she, may have said all these wonderful things, I really love about this. I really love this about us. I really love this when we do this. I really love when we do this. I really love when we do this. I think we need to work on this. And you only focus on that. You're filtering the negative through. Okay, so that's that. And I'm on the home stretch with 3 minutes left. All right. Fortune telling. So that's you predicting the future. You just
Yeah.
saying, well, I know one day you're gonna leave me. Okay, all right, self-fulfilling prophecies, or I know one day you're not gonna be happy with me anymore, or you're not gonna be satisfied. Like you don't know. Nobody knows what the future will hold. Most people don't know what the future holds for themselves. So
Exactly.
definitely you as their partner can't tell them what their future is gonna hold and how they're gonna react to you. And then I think the other thing, with that, is self-fulfilling prophecies is a real thing. How many times can you tell a person they're gonna leave you before they're like, let me just do what you told me to do? You know,
Mm-hmm.
how many times can you tell a person you're cheating on me? I know you're gonna cheat on me. I know you're gonna cheat on me. Before they're like, you know what? If I'm gonna keep getting called a cheater, I might as well cheat. So just be cognizant of that fortune telling. Please try to stay in the present and enjoy the present. Make sure you're having gratitude for your client. Okay, that was filtered fortune. The last thing is labeling. And this is when we do something wrong or something goes wrong and we start calling ourselves names. I'm an
Mm-hmm.
idiot. I'm worthless. I'm whatever. And so you give yourself a label off of one behavioral thing that didn't go well one time, you know? And so let's mess with men and losing their erections. I lost my erection. I'm not even a man anymore. Or
Mm-hmm.
you're a human being with a body that just doesn't cooperate sometimes. There's a commercial on TV right now where the man is walking down the road. It's a health commercial. I think I don't know. I hear the lady's voice saying the man's walking down the road and his knee just buckles a little bit. It's like for no reason, you know. And people understand that. I think we've all had that day where like I don't know what just happened. I just tripped over nothing. Like I just don't understand what happened with my body just now. I think it's always funny when I miss my mouth. Like I don't understand what just happened with my like I don't understand right now how that just happened. And we are so forgiving in all the other areas with our body. And then when it comes to sex, sometimes we blame ourselves, we give ourselves a label, we say we're terrible. This should have never happened. I'm a complete idiot and I'm worthless. Uh, or you're a human being and you're not
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Okay. So you get the last words, Jessica. What all is coming up for you today?
Just giving yourself grace, giving your partner grace, getting out of the fantasy world and just, I don't
Mhm.
know, grace is all that's coming up for me. And then doing your
Mhm.
research. A lot of times we think we know everything about sex, but like you said, the anatomy and then
Yeah.
the facts
Yeah.
needs to be applied before we have
Mhm.
any deciding or any decision in our head.
Yeah, that's so good. All right, it's 10 o'clock and I have to run. I want to say so much so, but please, that is like get the data. Let me just say this one thing. All right, all y'all men out there who feel like you have like a small penis or you're in your head about the size of your penis, Google and figure out what the actual average is, and then see where you come up, and go from there. And then are your partners complaining? And also, while you're figuring out what the actual average size of the male penis is, could you also figure out what the actual size of the vaginal canal is? Because okay, I'm gonna stop because it's 10:01 and I gotta go. And that's a whole nother pedestal to jump on and me to preach from. But some of this can play into like penis size. Got a
Mm.
small penis, I'll never find love. Okay, that's huge. Let's kind of like bring it back a little bit. So, okay. All right. Have a great Friday.
Bye.
Bye.